All right, man. Apparently, the Brooklyn Nets have fired Steve Nash. Right, Steve Nash. Says you think you need to let him go, let it go. Looks like another little TKO. He can't coach. Everybody knew that, but Kyrie got the world in a. Kyrie got the world in a blender right now. Um, yeah, he got the world in a blender right now, and you know, my thing is this, dude. They co-signed Steve Nash though. That's my thing about it. They co-signed Steve Nash. That's the craziest thing in the world. They co-signed Steve Nash. So that's why I just never understood. You co-signed the man, and then I guess it just wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. So I mean, they got him fired. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's the GM next is Kevin Durant can go and kind of get some get what he want in hindsight, and they're not doing well. I mean, when the Kyrie, the star player, is coming back from a hiatus from not getting the jab, and you know, and he holding practices after Steve Nash practices. Come on, he don't have the authority. Come on, he don't have the authority. That's crazy. He don't have no authority. If you don't have authority, then how you got respect, and how can you coach if you don't have the respect and you don't have authority? Think about that for a minute. So, with him going under, it don't surprise me. They got off to a bad start. He can't coach. You don't have no respect, so you can't coach when you don't have respect. You can't coach when you don't have respect. It's as simple as that. When you don't have respect, you can't coach. You got people undermining you, you can't coach. When you don't have undivided attention, you can't coach. And I understand it's a new era of basketball. I definitely understand that. It's definitely a new era of basketball where you kind of got to stroke egos and you got to be nice and you got to do all the shit that's required and all that. I get it. Can't be too hard, or you get called names or you get fired, or even the military starting to curve the way they do stuff and how they operate. But it says the Brooklyn Nets and head coach Steve Nash agreed to part ways. He said the Brooklyn Nets and coach Steve Nash have agreed to part ways. Decision regarding the team next head coach will be made in the near future. Quote, we want to thank Nash, Steve, for everything he brought to the franchise over the past 2+ seasons, said General Manager Sean Marks. Quote, since becoming the head coach, Steve was faced with a number of unprecedented challenges. We are sincerely grateful for his leadership, patience, humility throughout the tenure. Personally, this was immensely difficult decision. However, after much deliberation and evaluation of how the season has begun, we agreed that a change is necessary. At the time, we wish Steve, Lilia, and the family all the best in the future. Brooklyn Nets Governor Joseph Tsai said, quote, I've gotten to know Steve during the time in Brooklyn, and he is not one to shy away from challenges. My admiration and respect for him grew over the time as he brought hard work and positive attitude to our organization every day, even in periods of exceptional storms surrounding the team. Claire and I want to thank Steve, Lilia, and their family for making an extraordinary commitment. We began this journey as colleagues. We part as friends. Now, apparently, he had issues in the league anyway. Remember when there was rumors about him and Jason Richardson and all that type of stuff? So, a nice guy. Seemed like you know, uh, you know, you know, Steve Nash basically. I mean, Jason Richardson. I mean, I don't think. Uh, so I mean, it is what it is. So I think his wife gave birth to he ended up filing divorce from her. But yes, Jason Richardson, former slam dunk champion, banged his wife, and the baby came out black. You can look it up. It's public information. So I don't think he'd been one to have a lot of respect around the league anyway. He seemed like he could walk over. Just a Canadian, really nice dude. And for him to man that team, I mean, if it was a super team or a young team, I think a young team kind of would have fit him more. He can mold. He just got a passive attitude, just kind of like Brad Stevens. And it's funny how they part ways. You know how they do the brothers. He got fired and all that type of stuff. So he ain't no backbone. I mean, no matter any era, you got to have a backbone. You got to be fierce. You got to rule with an iron fist to a certain extent. And he ain't no Pat Riley. He ain't no Chuck Daly. He ain't Phil Jackson. I mean, when they don't respect you and you got boy-headed strong guys like Steve Nash, how they had Damian Lillard instead, or had they had Nikola Jokic or something like this, it could have worked. But Kyrie really spelled the end for him. So it was just a bad thing. Maybe he more suited for the front office. But hey, Steve Nash gone. They parted ways. He got fired. I don't care what they say. He got fired. So check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We will live drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, iPodcast, Google Podcast, the whole nine. Link tree, the first link in description. Peace.